10 days ago, the First Warn Weather Team was tracking this system, and it's here, and we will be tracking it all night long on the patio with a new graphic system.
I'm Catherine Merck, keeping track of the latest road conditions in this winter storm.
I'm Jay Lanks, and I'm at the Dane County Regional Airport tracking how the airport is dealing with this winter storm.
I'm Kyle Pazarski at Albert Park, reporting on how kids and adults alike enjoyed the snow day.
I'm Maddie Heim, Sharon Beloit, as we monitor the snowfall in Rock County and talk to officials about what makes a winter weather emergency.
I'm Eric Franke in downtown Madison at the corner of State and Mifflin, where we are closely monitoring Madison's response to this storm as it continues to pile up. We'll have the latest coming up at 5.
And thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. The snow is still coming down and more is on the way.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us. Our team is live with wall-to-wall weather coverage for the rest of the night. To bring you the latest on the system, our team is downtown, at the airport, on the roads, and in Rock County.
But first, let's head to the weather patio. They're outside as well to get a look at your First Warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex, how much snow have we gotten on the patio?
Yeah, Susan, we've had about 7-8 inches here at the studio. I can actually measure that right now. When you do these measurements, you want to find a spot that doesn't have all of that blowing and all of that drifting. And I got to flip it around, or otherwise that's not going to work very well there. Yep, 7 to 8 and 7 to 8. And we'll do another one here. Just under 8. So we have just about 8 inches of snow here at the studio, and we were first to warn on this weather system, and we're first to have some new patio weather graphics here. What can we expect in our 3 things to know yet? 6 to 10 inches. Well, it has verified here. First to warn here yet on another little system, 1 to 2 inches expected Wednesday night going on into your Thursday, with another potential winter storm Thursday night going into Friday, where we have more alert day conditions expected, and then followed by bitterly cold conditions. Alert day number 1 to talk about first. We'll carry on through the rest of tonight for all of southern Wisconsin, and your Wednesday morning is going to be a tough go as we continue to see these bands of snow moving over Dane County and over all of southern Wisconsin. A couple of areas of lightening up, as you see here, down towards the south, down towards Belleville, down towards Edgerton. But we will see some ebbs and flows in the snow, and we're still expecting a couple more inches tonight. Winter storm warnings for southwestern Wisconsin till 6 a.m. and then 3 a.m. over portions of south central Wisconsin. The bluffs over southwestern Wisconsin have a tendency to cause more of the adverse driving conditions with the blowing and the drifting. Again, these conditions will improve by the time we get into your Wednesday morning, giving us that opportunity to clear this wet, heavy snow variety, which you really need to take it easy on. And then, as I mentioned, 1 to 2 inches of snow expected Wednesday night going on into your Thursday. And that's weather system number 2. And then weather system number 3 is going to be another biggie. As we plan the rest of your night here, we'll be at about 30 at midnight as that snow ends, and then high temperatures around 30 as we go on into Wednesday. The winds have been picking up and roaring out here at the studio, upwards of, there it is, 35 miles per hour over Madison. We have wind gusts pretty consistent, let's say, from U.S. Highway 151 and points off towards the south and towards the east of 30 to 35 miles per hour. And let's check our visibilities. They've improved here in Dane County, 1 mile, but still 3/4 of a mile visibility in Mineral Point, and 3/4 of a mile visibility right now in Platteville. Coming up in Maine weather, folks, we're going to track that 3rd weather system that comes Thursday night going into Friday, and then following that, we've got a period of some really, really cold, bitterly cold temperatures that will prompt more alert days. That's coming up in Maine weather.
All right, we'll see you in just a little bit, Alex. Thank you. We are your First Warn team for a reason. News 3 Now will continue to keep you in the know on this storm as conditions change over the next 24 hours and into the next weather system. We'll push real-time updates through our First Warn weather and traffic app. A snow emergency has been declared in the city of Madison.
Our Eric Franke is live from State Street. Eric, how are things going out there, and did you bring a shovel?
Yeah, I probably should have brought my shovel down here, but the street crews are doing a great job down here. I'm going to step out of the way, though, briefly and let photojournalist Brian Mesmer get this gorgeous shot down State Street towards the Orpheum and looking from the Capitol Square down on this. It is a beautiful snowfall. There is no question about it. It's getting a little chilly, though. The street crews are out here doing their thing. I've got a sidewalk clearer coming right at me. Hopefully he won't run over me. But the city of Madison, as you mentioned, has shut down all non-essential services for the day. That includes places like libraries, offices, public parks. The emergency services like police and fire departments are still active and ready to provide any assistance as it's needed. Madison Metro, we've seen several buses going around the Capitol Square tonight. They are operating normally. If you do need to take the bus, though, we want to pass along, there might be delays, as you would expect with road conditions. Also, you may have noticed there was no trash or recycling today. The drop-off site, they've also shut down so that the Streets Division can put more resources towards snow removal during the storm. They don't have any makeup dates set just yet. Possible snow later in the week. They'll be alerting folks as to what the makeup dates are a little bit later. Now, you might suspect there would be some issue with air travel due to this system. And for more on that, we go to Jalen Banks, who is live at Dane County Regional Airport with the latest on air travel. Jalen?
Luckily, I've been able to move inside to avoid a lot of the weather that's going on outside, but unfortunately, the Dane County Regional Airport has seen numerous delays for both arrivals and departures. And speaking with representatives from the Dane County Airport, they say none of those are due in part to the weather that we've seen here in Madison, but the delays are coming from other airports and the weather that other states are seeing. And I was able to catch up with one passenger whose flight was delayed due to the weather that we are seeing throughout the country.
It also just, creates a little anxiety, just knowing, unsure if the weather's going to continue to impact the flights.
Tonight at 6, we'll hear more from the Dane County Regional Airport on all the things that they are doing to keep the tarmacs and cab lanes clear.
All right, Jalen, thank you. We want to mention right now 150 pieces of road equipment are out on the roads working very hard nonstop to keep them clear. A reminder now we want to offer for you on how the plowing works, at least inside the city of Madison. Once Madison sees that 3 or more inches, the crews will head to the neighborhoods, but they start with assault routes, so that's about half of all Madison traffic lanes. That includes critical streets, your metro bus routes, roads around schools, hospitals, police and fire stations. And now that the snow emergency has been declared in the city of Madison, parking rules have changed. So during this snow emergency, anyone, including those of you who live in the snow emergency zone, you have to park on the even-numbered side of the street on even-numbered days from 1 to 7 in the morning. So that's several hours from now. And then the opposite true, of course, on odd numbers day tomorrow being the 10th. Cars need to be parked in the odd-numbered houses side of the street. Also important to note, Madison will increase fines for those violating those rules. $60 during snow emergencies. Hopefully you don't get towed. That'll be another $115. Our Maddie Heimsch, by the way, is down in Rock County monitoring the situation down south of the city of Madison along the state line. Maddie, how are things looking down there?
Yeah, the flurries are still coming down here in downtown Beloit. I heard Alex say over in the studio that the wind was picking up. It is certainly picking up here. I'm shivering, but it is falling on the ground, kind of turning into that slush. I was hoping to build a snowman since it's so wet and heavy, but we haven't had enough accumulation to do that yet. I spoke today with Patty Miller, Emergency Management Coordinator for the city of Beloit. She told me the plows and emergency weather teams here in Beloit approach each storm differently.
The storm that we currently have is called a long duration storm, where it's going to cover more than one shift. Duration, is it going to be ice? Is it going to be snow? Will there be drifting? Or is it like today where it's not really drifting, it's too heavy, but we're going to get a lot of accumulation. So a lot of factors go into declaring that snow emergency. And it's different with every single storm.
Miller wanted to remind residents that for long-duration storms like this one, we should be thinking long-term in terms of food and water supply, as well as having any medications you might need over the next few days. On the roads here in Beloit, I'm still seeing those windshield wipers going at full blast. At News 3 now at 6, we'll be back here in Rock County still monitoring the snow. Maybe then I'll have my snowman built, but I guess we'll see. Reporting live in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
All right, Maddie, thank you very much. The American Heart Association, medical experts, when you get this heavy, wet snow, they're urging people, especially those with heart conditions, to take it easy when you go outside to clear your sidewalks and driveways. And, well, shoveling a little snow, we've all done it. We've been there. We've done this for years. It doesn't seem like much, but heavy amounts, especially this heavy snow, in the colder temperatures, and it's gotten a little colder down here on the Capitol Square since I've been here the last few hours, it does increase the workload on your heart as well. They say watch what you eat or drink before you shovel. No heavy meals, no alcohol. Use a smaller shovel, ideally a snowblower if you have one. If you are shoveling those smaller amounts, that's going to keep your blood pressure lower. And when it's possible, just push that snow off your driveway instead. As many of you know, you've had the kids at home today. Maybe they went up to the neighborhood park for some sledding, or like Maddie, building a snowman. The schools were closed for much of the area. Early parents were probably wondering why, but by the time the end of the school day was here, it was probably best that those kids stayed home today. Kyle Pozorski was out there today catching up with kids as they enjoyed the elements. Kyle?
As you can see behind me, people are really taking in the snow day. And what better excuse? All the schools around the area were closed today. I talked to kids and adults who were enjoying the day out in the snow. I started my day over at Cherokee Heights Middle School. And some of the kids there, they told me that they were excited and happy that the superintendent canceled classes today.
I'm happy that the superintendent decided to be a good snow day.
Yeah, it's fun when there's a snow day because then you get to sled and all the boring adults are inside.
Then back here at Elver Park, I talked to adults who were really just more supervising, but they said their kids were really excited to have the day off.
This is like their dream come true, that we all get to go out and play in the snow.
Kids love sledding. They were like up in the morning, like woke up and were like, let's go sledding.
And one thing you really should remember if you are going to have your kids going out into the snow is to make sure they grab a hat and some gloves to make sure that they stay warm. Reporting on Madison's West Side, Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now.
Now, Kyle, thank you. A warning, if you are taking your dog outside today, we've seen a few pets out here enjoying the weather. They don't mind it too much, but the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals has some reminders. They say don't let your dogs eat salt or any of the snow that's been treated with an ice melt. That can be difficult to see at times, but after you take them outdoors, wipe your pet's paws immediately with a damp cloth, maybe some baby wipes if you have them. Make sure they're not licking their paws until they are completely clean. If your dog does have those sensitive paws, they suggest some paw wax, maybe some doggy boots if you can get them to keep them on to minimize the risk of irritating their paw pads. Our Catherine Merck, by the way, has been out on the roads tonight. It has been dicey. It's gotten worse as the day has progressed. She's been checking in with evening commuters as well. Let's send it over to our live drive coverage now with Catherine on the roads to see what's going on out there. Catherine?
Hi, Eric. Right now I'm on the eastbound Beltline. I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see what the roads look like as many people make their evening commutes home. The biggest difference we've been seeing hour by hour is the wind. It's definitely picking up, as Alex described, and that is definitely going to impact drivers as they make their way home. As it starts to get darker as well, visibility gets worse with the combination of snow and other drivers pushing ice and snow onto the cars around you. So make sure if you're getting on the road this evening to take it slow, look out for other cars around you, and make sure overall you're just being very careful on your evening commute home. What is making this drive more bearable, I'd say, than typical Wisconsin storms is this wet snow. As you can see, it's not really icy on the roads, it's just wet. So not a lot of ice you have to look out for, just wet. And visibility issues are going to be your primary issues heading home this evening. We're going to continue to be on the Beltline throughout the rest of the show. Make sure to stick with us. Reporting on the Beltline, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
All right, Catherine, thank you. City of Madison with some ways you should prepare for the worst of the storm, especially when it comes to staying warm. And we know it's going to get colder after the snow sets in the days ahead. But staying warm is very important, and keeping your home safe when you heat it is also important. They recommend changing those furnace filters if you haven't already. You can check if it needs a replacement by taking it out, looking at it. If it looks gray and dirty, time to swap it out, folks. Dirty filters will put more pressure on that furnace, could cause an issue for you or even a fire. Also check those smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and if you're concerned at all that the furnace isn't working properly, they say contact MG&E, Aligned Energy, or your heating contractor with any questions. It is a pretty snow, as we've mentioned. It's gorgeous down here on the Capitol Square, but the snow continues to fall. Susan and Brady will continue to provide updates throughout the evening, and for anybody, it's probably best to just stay home and let these crews out here get the job done and clearing everything out. Brady, Susan?
All right, thank you, Eric.
Eric, great job out there. Great job. Somebody get that man a hot chocolate.
Mother Nature said, I didn't forget about winter. It's here.
That's right.
Well, stick around. We'll get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Alex Harrington.
And an update on how those evening commuters are doing in the snow. That and more coming up next at 5.
But first, here's a look at your stocks tonight.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
You wouldn't pour OJ this way, and you don't have to pour paint this way either. Try Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint in the twist and pour container with a built-in spout. Easy to hold, open, and pour. Only at Menards. Dutch Boy paints make transforming your world easy.
Thousands of people are switching to Spectrum Internet. Let's see why.
We count on Spectrum Internet and the advanced Wi-Fi to always keep us connected and protected.
It's so reliable and fast.
Switch to 300 megabit Spectrum Internet with 99.9% reliability for $49.99 a month with no added taxes or fees and no contracts, plus free advanced Wi-Fi. Call 833-402-4999 or scan to call.
Ever since we switched to Spectrum Internet, our daughter's curiosity has a new spark.
Now we're saving a ton.
Since Spectrum Internet is fast and reliable, we don't worry about interruptions.
Amazing.
Switch to super fast Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds for $49.99 a month with no added taxes or fees, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and no data caps. What are you waiting for? Call 833-402-4999 or scan to call.
Call now.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Alert day conditions through early Wednesday morning, then alert day conditions with a winter storm Thursday lasting into Saturday, and then for bitter cold. All the adverse details coming up tonight at 6.
After 5 decades on the road, News 3 Now's Traveler is calling it a wrap. You've done so many stories.
1,000 and 3 or 4 good ones.
I'm talking to the dynamic duo who made TV magic. Thursday at 10. Welcome back, everyone. Let's get a look at your first warn forecast.
Meteorologist Alex Harrington is out on the weather pattern system. Alex?
Yes, indeed I am, Brady and Susan. Let's do another snow check out here. Best way to do a snowfall measurement is to find an open spot. It's pretty open up here. You don't want to do it underneath a tree, and you don't want to do it in a snowdrift. And I've been doing this periodically, and actually I really should be taking these measurements. That's about 7, that's about 8, and that's about 8, so about 7.5, 8 inches of snow. It's a heavy wet variety, which means it compacts down a little bit too as it settles from its own weight out there. So it's just a way to do those snowfall measurements. Well, again, we were first to let you know about this weather system 10 days ago, we were calling it, and it has verified and first to debut some new patio graphics out here, which I'm pretty excited about. Allows me to be out in the elements and talk about the elements all at the same time. We have multiple snows coming yet for southern Wisconsin. This one will end, and thinking about another 1 to 3 inches of snow tonight across the area, with the higher amounts towards the east as you head towards Lake Michigan as this weather system wraps up. Then another quick 1 to 2 inches to warn you about Wednesday night going on into your Thursday. This Thursday night, Friday night weather system, the first warn weather team we've been watching has been inconsistent with its track, but just looking at the weather models back there with Jacob and talking with Gary, and Kelly's been talking about it this morning too, enough confidence that we're thinking at least 2 to 6 inches of snow with that impactful weather system. That one could be more of the blowing and the drifting type with the bitterly cold temperatures and that powdery snow following. This is alert day number 1 here through tonight, which we've been talking about for days, and the snowfall totals have verified. In terms of impacts, things should start to improve as we go into your Wednesday morning. The snow will end, the winds will start to die down, but bad driving carrying on into your Wednesday morning because, again, this is that very sticky variety of snow. It's hard to clear, so there'll still be clearing going on as we go on into your Wednesday morning. Then 1 to 2 inches as we go Wednesday night into Thursday. Snow is letting up just a little bit across the area, across Dane County, but on and off moderate periods will amount to maybe another 1 to 3 inches. Winter storm warnings still in effect through early Wednesday morning, and those wind gusts upwards of 35 miles per hour here in Madison. It's been roaring out here. We've had some reports of power outages. We have a tree down here at the studio from the weight of that snow. Visibility is down to a mile in Madison, mile in Janesville, and a mile and a quarter up towards the Dells. Future track here showing this weather system quickly exiting by the time we get to the wee hours of your morning, and then we just deal with the gusty winds behind lasting into your Wednesday morning. Here's alert day number 2, 2 to 6 inches of snow expected with significant blowing and drifting Thursday night going into Friday. So the first warn weather team and the whole Channel 3 crew, we will be doing this all over again with live coverage. And then alert day number 3 for the bitter cold. Wind chills as cold as 25 below zero, folks, as we carry out further into the 10-day forecast. There's that weather system Thursday going through Saturday for alert day conditions, and then the 25 below zero wind chills in the morning of Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning. So the deep freeze, which is not uncommon with this deep snowpack. Hey, we want to say thanks, folks, for showing all those viewer photos. Coming up at 6, we may take an opportunity to go through those live to show your view of this winter storm. Easy to do, channel3000.com/weather, and click the post your own button or via the First Warn weather app. Not an easy go of things here. About 45 miles per hour reported eastbound and westbound on the Beltline right now, and conditions are going to be tough tonight. As we carry on to the south and towards the east, let's see how things are doing. In the 50s to near 60 miles per hour, that is slower than what it typically is on 39 north and south, and we'll swing up on 39 north up towards the Dells here, also down just a touch. Usually we're about 70 miles per hour, and there we see about 60 miles per hour. So winter storm conditions continuing all night. If you don't have to travel, I would advise just to stay home, have some hot cocoa, and let the storm end.
That is good advice. Thanks a lot, Alex. And after the break, speaking of the roads, we'll check back in on those snow-covered highways on our live drive with Catherine Merck. We'll get an update. That and more when News 3 Now at 5 continues.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you equipped with quality tools and project supplies because we get you. Whether you're a hardworking pro or an ambitious DIYer, we get you what you need to get the job done. Right now, save on 80-piece Milwaukee bit sets, $24.99. This Craftsman propane heater, only $89.99. Plus, trade in any used power or hand tool for exclusive trade-in savings on select DeWalt tools and accessories. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Don't want your New Year's resolutions to fade fast? Keep your resolutions longer with Willie Street Co-op. Reduce your carbon footprint. Expand your culinary horizons. Improve your skills with new kitchen tools and cooking classes. Nourish your body with clean, fresh foods. Explore products from an array of BIPOC and LGBTQ+ vendors. Willie Street Co-op. Everyone is welcome.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Looks like the snow is lightening up in some places. Let's get one last check on those evening commuters.
Catherine Merck is out with your live drive. Catherine?
Hello, Brady and Susan. I am here eastbound on the Beltline. I'm going to flip my camera around so you can see exactly what I'm looking at if you're making an evening commute home on the Beltline. Right now, the biggest difference in the past hour or so is the wind. As we're driving eastbound here on the Beltline, the wind is picking up, making it difficult for drivers trying to make their way home. Luckily, though, it is wet conditions instead of icy conditions. So that makes it a little bit easier on your tires and the rest of your vehicle as you make your way home. So when you are driving, make sure that you're looking out for other people and slow down as best you can to make sure that you keep other people safe as you head home. Well, make sure to stick with us throughout the rest of the evening as we provide updates on the road conditions. Reporting live on the Beltline, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
All right, Catherine, thanks to you and Lance all night long, and we'll get a final check of your forecast for the rest of the evening when we come back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised
My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this new year. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
Join Dr. Ashish M. Raval on January 11th at 5:30 p.m. to learn about the causes of shoulder pain and pain relief options. To register for the free online educational talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News, our new reporting about that scary blowout in the sky, what we're learning about loose bolts, and the question tonight, are other plane door panels safely secured? Plus, what's being done to prevent another disaster in the future? Those headlines and more tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up tonight at 6, we'll continue tracking this major weather system with live team coverage. Stay tuned for the very latest ahead in the next half hour.
Well, now take a look at this. Oh my goodness, a 20-foot-tall snowman dubbed Snowzilla by the locals. Well, it's resurfaced in Anchorage, Alaska after a 10-year absence.
According to the Anchorage Daily News, in 2008, the Powers family, who had been building the snowman since 2005, received a cease and desist notice from the city after complaints from neighbors about increased traffic in the area.
Oops. Well, the father-son team says after the more than 10-year break, it was time to build it again. Alex, Susan, we could do this later after work.
We could do this tonight. Yeah, it's great packing snow for it.
Yeah, indeed it is, Brady and Susan. Perfect packing snow, really. So if you want to make the snowman, go get at it. You maybe can build a 20-foot snowman. We've got plenty enough snow out there right now. Information, winter storm warnings lasting till 6 a.m. on Wednesday over southwestern Wisconsin, 3 a.m. over portions of southern Wisconsin. So alert day conditions carry on through the rest of the night tonight. The 6 to 10 inches of snow has verified, maybe another inch or two here to add to the totals of 6 to 10 in total. And then we turn our attention to alert day number 2. That's for a winter storm Friday going into Saturday and bitterly cold next week.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. Brady, thanks for your help tonight. Take good care, everyone. Stay warm. Thanks for watching. The CBS Evening News is coming up next, and then we hope to see you back here tonight at 6.